All right. Court is calling 2025 CR 005777, State versus Alexander Roca. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Megan Galloway for State.
Alex Shar for Mr. Roca.
And are you Mr. Roca?
Let's see.
Let me see what page you're on. All right. You entered a plea of guilty on June 20th. There was a request for a PSI and TAP evaluation. Have both parties received the PSI and the TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
Any
Judge.
objections?
Not from State, Your Honor.
Judge, I don't have any objection to the TAP evaluation. I did want to be heard on the recommended conditions of deferred adjudication.
All right. According to your plea bargain agreement, there's $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication, and there's $60 to DPS. All right. Counsel, do you have any witnesses?
I do not. Judge.
All right. State, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor, this is a case where State had recommended deferred adjudication. The Honorable Judge Randy Angelini was presiding, and so he did order the PSI, and so I don't have it.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client? And State, you may be excused.
Judge, the recommendations that were made by the officer on page 10 of the pre-sentence investigation report. Now, yes, this case started off as a DWI case, but it wasn't a drinking while it wasn't a driving while drinking intoxicated. When they stopped him, they found the marijuana in the car. He had admitted to smoking marijuana earlier in the day. They did testing, and they didn't test for alcohol. Gave a breath sample, but they did test for Delta 9 THC, and it came back above the level.
And if he's drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
He tells me he will be negative.
All right, he's going to get drug tested today, but continue.
Certainly. And so, I understand that the state outside the plea agreement recommended that he have ignition interlock for half the term. Well, that device, just tests for alcohol, ethanol, and not for marijuana or cannabis. So I don't think he needs the ignition interlock, but more importantly, they're recommending that he cannot drive at all for the full term of supervision. And he is working, and in fact, I need to update the court.
Right, so I don't see where that says no driving. And no, that is a recommendation by probation. I thought you meant that was a recommendation from the state.
Well, just the ignition interlock was recommended in the plea agreement. Well, outside the plea agreement, at the bottom of that page. But the probation officer was recommending no driving.
Hold on a second. Probation says absolutely no driving. Can you imagine that? A full-time salesman who isn't even allowed to drive. Does that sound fair? Or is it basically setting someone up to fail?
The full term of supervision. He has, he's living with the mother of his children. They're together. He does have training as a barber, but within the last 3 weeks, he started working for Vivint, which is a home security company. He's a salesman for them. He works Monday through Saturday. And that's the type of job he's doing now. He needs to be able to drive. He needs to be able for work and to take care of his family. The mother of children also works 50 hours a week. And so they're doing everything they can to live and take care of their young ones. And so really, I don't have any objections to the TAP evaluation. I would just ask the court to not impose the ignition interlock.
All right, let's do this. You say you're going to be negative? All right, so I'm going to have you go do a drug test and then we'll come back and I will make a decision on your application. Ms. Abrams, could you have him go do a drug test with Deanna? All right. Thank you. They'll let you know where you need to go. All right, who's here on Jose Escalante?
It's compliance here.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. We're dressing appropriately.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, this is the latest supplemental report and I have an update from that report.
Okay.
That report was basically alerting the court that Mr. Escalante was coming out positive on some UAs. Since the latest report, the last 2 UAs have been negative, and the TAP was completed, recommended intensive outpatient treatment. The amended conditions were assigned for intensive outpatient treatment, so we're just waiting for him to be enrolled in that.
Oh, excuse me. They said on the 19th.
And here comes the twist. This defendant isn't pleading for leniency to escape responsibility. Instead, he's asking for the chance to join the U.S. military. But will the court view it as redemption or simply a dangerous gamble?
Okay.
Nice. All
All right. So here's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
When you're on probation, you cannot use marijuana. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There are limited circumstances where you're allowed to use marijuana, but you'll need a prescription and all of that. Do you understand?
And that's what I wanted to ask. I was going to get the prescription, but then I talked to my probation officer because I had been going to the army for the enlistment to go get enlisted. And they told me to accept me. The only thing that I have to do is to get let go by y'all or have a pardon by you. They said they can't. They said I talked to them about my tattoos. They gave me a pamphlet for the tattoo removal. I already got that set up, but I wanted to come talk to you first to see if there's any way possible I can be able to be enlisted to them. I didn't want to go, but my probation officer said that this would be the perfect time to be able to talk to you.
Oh, well, talk to me. So the military, you're saying the military will accept you?
Yes, ma'am. I went to the Marines, I went to the Navy, and I went to the Army. And both the Navy and the Marines said that they couldn't accept me because of my background and then my tattoos. And I told them I'll get them all removed. And they said, well, we got to talk to you first. And I went to the Army, and all of them told me that we'll help you, but we just can't stand in the courtroom with you because some law that passed or something like that. But they said they're all for me. I just got to get let go by y'all. They gave me a pamphlet for the tattoo removal. They said they do it for free. My probation officer, she gave me a pamphlet. She said that they do it for free and everything like that.
So when are the tattoos going to be removed?
When? As soon as you give me the permission to do it. I already started doing like lighting in it because I tattoo myself, and there's this tattoo thing. It's called ink tone, skin toning. So I started removing some and getting lighter, but I'm gonna go through the tattoo removal. But I wanted to go through you first.
Oh, all right. So can I see the state on this case?
Yes, sir.
So he has this. He's on deferred, I think,
And
for this offense. And so he's saying the military will accept him, but they want the tattoos removed and this case taken care of. So here's my question for the state. So if he were to remove his tattoos, which they're demanding that he do, and if we have proof that he's actually signed up to go into the military, would you all consider releasing him for probation? But
Here's the deal. If he gets the tattoos removed, signs the enlistment papers, and the state doesn't object, his probation could be cut short. It's a major incentive, but also a one-time shot.
he'll have to have a signed contract with the military. It won't be a wing and a prayer from us saying, okay, we're going to remove you.
No. Absolutely.
Judge, what is the last name on this?
Oh, it's Escalante. Jose Escalante. So what I can tell you, if the state has no objections, what will end up happening is you will get the tattoos removed. You will go to the military. They can zoom in. You will sign on the dotted line for the military. And if the state has no objections, you'll be done with this case and you'll be in the military.
Thank you. That would be a blessing.
But the state has agreed, which I think perhaps if you're signed up and you're actually in the military, because we've had this happen before,
Stage.
where they sign the contract on that end and it's signed, because once you sign on the dotted line in the military, you're in the military, and then we'll take care of this.
Is there any way possible I could take them a paper showing exactly what you just told me?
No, what ends up happening is we've had them Zoom in before. You can ask Miss Ferguson. They will Zoom in. I will talk to them.
Oh, like it automatically goes to the army telling them that?
Yeah, if you're a recruiter,
Awesome.
yes, they will Zoom in,
Thank you.
and then I will speak to them.
Awesome. Thank you.
I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
Okay, so are you working currently?
Yes, I'm working. I just got this temp job. I've been working a lot of temp jobs because really I'm self-employed. I do tattoos, but my probation officer told me I mandatory to get a job. So they just hired me at Redondo Precast.
And so,
When I go and list them, that's gonna be the first things to do, all the way to the wrist bone and to the collar. But when I salute and I have my uniform on, they told me.
are they aware that you have like a prior felony?
Questions or no excuses, why I couldn't do it or nothing. I opened the whole book to them, and I told them from the beginning of my first charge ever to now. And they said, well, we'll accept you. We don't got no problem with that. And we'll go to bat for you. We just can't go up to the courtroom and speak for you or be by the side of you or give you a letter or nothing like that. You have to be done with the judge, talk to the judge first, and then go. And then come. And I know.
So what we did for the last person is the recruiter.
With that, the court moves on. But think about it. In less than 10 minutes, we watched a potential path from probation to the military. That's the kind of second chance you don't see every day in a courtroom.
They Zoomed in.
Right. That I was on.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
I'm not making any promises. I would keep an open mind and consider it at the time that he's,
there.
yes, after the tattoos are removed and we can have his enlistment officer appear. I will certainly keep a very open mind to early termination at that time.
All right. So, and what I can tell you is I'm not going to grant early termination unless the contract has been signed with them. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else?
No, Judge.
All right. Keep up the good work. And I guess we'll see tattoos gone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,